All right, welcome back to the channel. So just had a press conference for Rolly Romero versus Gervonta Tank Davis. And I'm telling you, that boy Rolly Romero looks scared, and more than likely, man, he's going to get hurt in this fight. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. So we just had a press conference with Rolly Romero and Gervonta Tank Davis. It was the first one announcing their upcoming fight on December 5th. And I'm telling you, man, looking at that press conference, it really did. I think it told me a lot about what's going on in this fight, even more than what I already believe to be the case. But before I get into that, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, hit the like button. It'd be greatly appreciated. All right, so long and short of it is that Rolly Romero was doing a lot of talking, but his body language looked scared. And that's the only way that I can take his behavior. He was talking a lot of smack. First of all, he gets up there and he's so much show, right? Like he gets in there in a fur with no shirt on, with his sunglasses, and he's really, into like the Hollywood of the moment. Gervonta Davis gets up there, just wearing, not a over the top outfit or whatever. It's a regular, I'm sure the stuff costs a lot of money, but, hat, what do you call it? Trucker's hat or whatever. And they sit down. And I immediately look over at Gervonta Davis, and I look at the expression on Gervonta Davis's face the entire time. And I'm telling you, man, that is a dude that is sitting over there absolutely positively waiting to punish the guy on the other side of that ring. And when you look at how even the things that they talk about in the fight and how, how Rolly Romero's talking about all the power that he has and how, he's just going to hit Gervonta Davis in that big old head of his, and how can you possibly miss him with that big old head, and how everybody beat you up, right? How Leo Santa Cruz, was beating you up, and how Mario Barrios was touching you up and beating you up. It's like, man, Rolly, just stop it. I wasn't believing, his mouth was saying one thing, but his eyes and his body language was just showing me something else, man. Rolly, while Gervonta Davis was sitting there with just an expression of, man, like, I just can't wait to beat this dude up. He wasn't trying to think of anything cute to say, none of that. Rolly Romero just looked like he had just come up with a bunch of corny one-liners and was doing just what Gervonta Davis said he was doing, which is trying to sell the fight, man. So, just on the cuff of just that, I'm telling you right now, man, that guy Rolly Romero is about to get beat up. And he's about to get beat up pretty bad. I don't think it's going to be a fast fight, because Rolly Romero does have power, and he is going to come out there winging shots and all that stuff. Gervonta Tank Davis was talking about skills and what you need to, and the technique that you need. Well, he wasn't actually talking about technique, but he was talking about how Rolly Romero isn't talking about technique, and all he's talking about is power and how he's going to knock him out. I'm telling you, man, this is just going to be. I think that either Floyd Mayweather Jr. or Leonard Ellerbe, one of those guys, just do not like Rolly Romero, and they're just trying to get a quick payday off of Rolly Romero and feeding Rolly Romero. It's like a poodle getting fed to a pit bull, man. Even when they stood next to each other and they got close, Rolly Romero was talking about this big size advantage he has over Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, I'm telling you, man, I didn't see it, man. What I saw was he's a couple inches taller than Gervonta Davis. But even in the joke that Rolly Romero was talking about when he said, man, look at the size of your head. When he said that, I had already noticed it. I was looking at the size of Gervonta Davis's head. Man, I was thinking when Rolly said that, I was thinking to myself, Rolly, that ain't a good sign, man. You know what I'm saying? That tells you that dude is big. He may have short legs. May have short legs and all that, but that dude's neck and head, you're not just going to be touching him on the head and hurting him. That is a big dude. And another thing about Gervonta Davis at that press conference, he looked like he was close to weight. His face didn't look full. He didn't look like he was out of shape. If you've been looking at Gervonta Davis and some of the other pressers, going into fights, you'll see him with like a very, very full face. He almost looks fat. He doesn't look like that in this particular circumstance. In this situation, he looked like he was just in very, very good shape, man. And looking like he's just raring to go to wear Rolly Romero out, man. Now, honestly, I would say that I wouldn't buy this fight because it's a mismatch, but I think that I'm going to relent on that, and more than likely I'm going to buy this fight because I am looking back before I did this video, I was thinking, is there a fight that I can recall taking place that I thought was going to be a bigger mismatch than this, where I actually wanted it to be a mismatch? Because with all that smack talking Rolly Romero is doing, man, he's so irritating to me that I do want to see the dude get beat up. And then for people coming to my comment section, and I appreciate you listening to the video, I really do. Please don't come around me talking about Rolly Romero, asking if Rolly Romero has a chance in this fight. The answer is everybody has a chance in the fight. Everybody has a chance in the fight. But he does not have much of one because he is disadvantaged in almost every way that I can see. First of all, he's only got 14 fights, and he has not fought anybody that looks anything like a Gervonta Davis to date. Jackson Marinez, I think, beat him, and a lot of people thought that Jackson Marinez beat him, but just Jackson Marinez is nobody's Gervonta Tank Davis. And in fact, man, Gervonta Tank Davis, I think, has a very, very significant chance to be the best. He's definitely the most experienced of all of the fighters that are at 135 pounds right now. And that's something that Steven Espinoza pointed out. Like when he was like, Gervonta Tank Davis is unlike what a lot of people are doing in the lightweight, which is talking about fighting. This guy's actually fighting. Gervonta Davis, I think he's had like three pay-per-view fights in the last 16 months or something like that. 18 months, something like that. And so he's a very, very active fighter. The dude is on weight. Nobody's going the distance with him. But even though people haven't been going the distance, he's actually been going rounds against very high level competition in a couple instances, like Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz, really did have the boxing skill to try to make, and the length to make Gervonta Davis think about what he was doing. But when Gervonta Davis figured him out, man, Gervonta Davis just stepped up and wound up getting the guy out of there. Same thing with Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios is a good fighter. Gervonta Davis figured him out, stepped him up, and over the length of the fight, showed that he had knockout power that carries all 12 rounds. After a few rounds of Rolly Romero throwing his hands around and all that stuff, man, and really trying to land major bombs, he's going to get tired. Gervonta Davis is going to slip on the inside of him. Probably, I could see him really going to him with body shots and wearing him down and knocking him out. Leonard Ellerby was funny because Leonard Ellerby said in the press conference, he's like, however this goes, this is going to be Hagler. This is going to be Hagler-Hearns. You know anything about Hagler-Hearns, man? That fight did not last long, and Hearns wound up dead asleep on the mat from Hagler. And you know that he ain't talking about Rolly Romero being Hagler. Rolly Romero in this instance is Hearns. Sorry for the insult to Hearns, man. But look, there's just I can't see it. I'm gonna watch the fight. I'm gonna buy the fight because I want to see Rolly Romero get beat up, and I want to see how it goes down. What I think this is. I think this is basically just an easy fight, just a tune-up type of easy fight for Gervonta Davis that is going to wind up in a pretty brutal beatdown of Rolly Romero. And I'm going to be interested to see if Gervonta Davis has that Bernard Hopkins ability where he may want to beat you up and he could probably get you out of there early, but he doesn't want to, and he just kind of tortures you and beats you up over the long haul. I'm having a suspicion that that's what might be what Gervonta Davis is going to do to Rolly Romero because, man, clearly that guy don't like him. But anyway, man, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace. And Rolly Romero looks scared, man. Anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.